There's something very special coming your way in the form of a new range called The Creators Collection. We tell stories with whiskey, and this range is really trying to kind of unite all sorts of creativity behind cracking whiskey. We're going to see a variety of different themes across the collection over 2025, whether it's a more technically themed element or whether it's collaboration with an artist who is inspired by the different drams that we presented to them. What's in the bottle is really important though, it's stunning. First up in the series, an exploration of the peat landscapes of Scotland and their contribution to various whiskies from different regions. Peat is obviously formed of vegetation over thousands of years, and you find that the peat up in somewhere like Orkney is composed of very different vegetation to that of the northeast, Aberdeenshire, and then over to Islay on the west coast. And the different vegetations can really impact the phenols and the different smoky character that you find in the whiskies. Different whiskies, different styles, but all with this kind of an homage to peat. We kick off with a cask from distillery number 4, a 25-year-old called Heather Ember. It's from a sherry butt, so there's some nice ex-bodega sherry influence in here that complements the peat perfectly. Kind of smoky maple syrup. Yeah, lovely. There's like, I think with the age there's quite a leafy, mulchy kind of autumnal browned apples kind of feeling to it. Yeah, it's really nice. And the peat plays a supporting role here. It's definitely apparent, but it's not overbearing. Okay, the second bottling, we move down to Aberdeenshire in the northeast. We have 66.257, which is a 26-year-old single cask. 53.2%. I get much more of a flinty kind of vibe to this. There's definitely the burning cereals, sort of, yeah, the hay bales that I mentioned, straw, almost like a cider press in a farmhouse. And the peat's ramped up from, compared to the Orkney one, there's almost a little kind of violety, love heart sweet kind of refreshers thing in there, which is really interesting, that complements the smokiness. The next up, very special cask, number 53495. This is a 33-year-old whiskey from Islay. It's just so dreamy. There's lots of fruit in there, like cantaloupe melon or honeydew melon. It's funny that that jumps out first. There's definitely the medicinal, almost like elastoplast or something in there, muscle rub, tiger balm, that kind of thing. It's very zingy as well, like super like lime juice and brown sugar. It's very very elegant. 44.1% I think this is, so natural strength. It's dropped quite low, which just makes for super easy drinking. And then finally, we have 29.293, which is a 25-year-old, also from Islay, but we thought it would be really interesting to even show how different the peat influence can be in the same area, using the same peat. So this one is peated to a much higher level than the 53. And this distillery is, of course, famous for that kind of TCP hospital floors kind of antiseptic style. A lovely kind of tropical edge as well. There's maybe like some pineapple cubes in here. Yeah, it's like the 53, it's got this real fresh fruit to it, which I tend to find in older Islay distillates as well. That's definitely the one to have last in this kind of ultimate whiskey flight of peated whiskey, but just a great chance to explore and kind of go through those different areas of Scotland, different whiskies, different styles, but all with this kind of an homage to peat. You'll be hearing much more about the Creators Collection as we go into 2025, but in the meantime, I hope you enjoy the Peat Plants collection.